Hey guys and girls, Epsilon here. Now, this is a new series I'm starting. We will take a sci-fi universe, or all of them in this particular case, and build what I think will be the perfect fleet, using all the ships available from the particular universe that the series is on. Now, whilst building this perfect fleet, I'm going to break it down into categories. They are as follows, in no particular order: fighter, interceptor, bomber, scout, stealth, transport, escort, blockade runner, corvette, cruiser, battleship, dreadnought, carrier, frigate, flagship, and multi-role. Now there's a few things I need to clear up. For example, the transport and the cargo ship, which I did forget to mention, will have several types. It will have a smaller version for like ground to space, carrying small supplies, and a larger version that's in space with many cargo, lots and lots of it. Now I'm also going to mix this up a bit and use ships that don't necessarily fill a role in one universe, but I might use to fill a role amongst my fleet, which I'll explain more of that in a different video. I will break down each and every aspect of the ship, explain why I put it in this role and why I think it belongs there. Now without further ado, let's begin this series, and with being the first season in the series, we're going to use every Sci-Fi ship in every universe at our disposal to build this first fleet and move on from there. So now we've got that out of the way, let's start with the flagship of the fleet. For this, I hesitantly chose the Executor class Star Dreadnought as the flagship of the fleet. The reason I was hesitant about it is because of its lack of anti-fighter capabilities, and it's slow. I mean slow. It's like a sloth. Its max speed is 100 kilometers per hour in atmosphere, which I understand in atmosphere it makes sense. It's a massive vessel coming at 19,000 meters in length and would be slow, but I imagine this kind of translates to space. I mean, it'd probably take a while to pick up some speed. Its engines consisted of 13 thrusters and a Class 1 hyperdrive, meaning it was one of the fastest hyperdrives available, so it may be slow on its engines, but in hyperspace it was a pretty fast vessel. It was only beaten by ships such as the Millennium Falcon and other vessels of its class, and I think there was another one, but I can't specify at this time. Its hull consisted of reinforced titanium and had an armament of many turbolasers and ion cannons. Exact numbers I could not specify, but my resources say about 5,000, which I think is insane, even for a ship of its size. I mean, 5,000? It's going to need I don't know, just let's leave it at that. It also came with concussion missile tubes and could carry about 1,000 smaller vessels, from transports to fighters to other ground vehicles. Typically it would carry TIE fighters, bombers and interceptors, but they aren't being used, and I will be replacing them by whatever fighter craft makes the fleet. So it could be an X-Wing, it could be a Prowler from Farscape, it could be an F-302 from Stargate, you name it, it might be replaced. The Executor also had thousands of crew, mostly consisting of stormtroopers, but for this we will just say it had a standard mixed species crew from all the universes, and in the name of Star Trek have lots of races working together, so it's not going to be just humans, and more humans. It will be a mix. We can also assume the ship comes with pretty heavy shielding due to its size, at which it would need a massive power plant to run all of those guns and sensors and shielding, and we can also assume that it had really or pretty decent sensors, as you wouldn't want people ambushing your flagship. Now this ship made the flagship of the multi-sci-fi fleet because it is a massively intimidating sight, and most forces wouldn't want to go toe-to-toe with it. I mean, I wouldn't. And it also carries a massive array of firepower and many fighter craft and vehicles, along with a massive crew, making it perfect for space and ground campaigns. The downsides are, though, it would need escorts due to it being very slow, unless in hyperspace, and its anti-fighter, as with most Imperial vessels, it didn't do very well in. So that's why I made my flagship over, say, the Galactica, or a Battlestar. Let's screw the Galactica, just say Battlestar. It's because it does, like, the Battlestar doesn't have shielding. It does have many fighters, but it's just not quite as powerful or as intimidating. So that is why I went with the Executor. Another note is that the Battlestar wouldn't be that good for ground campaigns, just space. So that's another reason. Now, I hope you enjoyed this. Season 1, Episode 1 of Let's Build a Fleet. Please put your opinions and views on your chosen flagship in the description, and any criticism is pleased.